the Oracle application, you log into the Oracle application manager. As soon as the moment you run the Apple MGR, you source the env. Okay, ensure that there is a disk space. Okay, copy the patches, readme of the patch, and then immediately you will say where you will go and run this AD patch inside the patch directory. Okay. Yes. AD patch is a utility using which we apply the patches. The moment you say AD patch, it will ask you to give the AD patch log name. Okay. Whatever is the patch name dot log. If you don't give any patch name, directly by default patch name, it will take it as AD patch dot log. Okay. But it is always recommend to give the whatever is the patch name, you have to give that patch name. Okay. Dot log file. And then yes, two things it will ask. One is system password and one is apps password. Okay, system password and then apps password. Okay, the default password for apps is apps and for system is manager. Okay, and then if suppose there are translation patches in more than one language is installed, then it will give you this prompt. This patch contains files which may require translation depending on the language you certainly installed. Okay. This prompt you will not get if you have only default language English has installed in your environment. Okay. Then number of workers. Number of workers it will take automatically based upon your CPU. Okay. Then you will say okay. Okay. Important point. When you install the patch, okay, there are few important table wherein it will go and insert the data. So AD patch history temp, AD patch history temp. Okay, this is what it is trying to do. Okay, then the patch gets completed. What is the patch location? Appletop admin SID log. Okay, till here we have seen, right? Yes, Appletop admin SID log. This is the directory structure. Okay, that is where you'll go and check. And also we have seen yesterday that grep command, go and check the log files, go and check the lgi files, and then library files ad lib out.log, whichever the log files it will, because patch internally does so many things. It might regenerate jar files, it might um, it might, you know what, it will recompile the, you know, binaries. Then somewhere it has to write, right, depending upon the patch. That is what the very first time when you, okay, one important point, this is after applying the patch, correct? Before applying the patch also there is one step that is called as patch impact analysis. Installing a patch in the, using the patch, analyzing the patches. Okay, that is one of the topic which we left, not left intentionally, we wanted to cover this and then we go back. Okay. Okay, post task, perform any manual steps, read product log, restart, update MLS, whatever it is there. Finally you will disable the maintenance mode and restart the services. See, there you have enabled the services. Okay, how do you enable, how do you disable the maintenance mode? Using AD admin. Yes, using AD admin, same option you will use. Then you will, using this only, you will disable. Okay, then restart the application services. And once you restart the services, um, then you will, you know, verify whether login screen is coming or not, workflow mailer is up and running or not, and then active user program you will submit. There is one program, default program, concurrent program, which you will run, submit from the front end. So you will run it and then see whether, you know, our concurrent managers are up and running or not. log and output file of that is it is there or not. Okay. Before worker processing, during worker processing, after worker processing. Do not close to continue after an error is reported. Exit auto patch, review log files and fix the error and rerun the patch. Okay. Let's say when you are applying a patch, when we apply a patch, what will happen is the number of workers, let's say we are giving it as 32, 16, 8, whatever it is. That many times, those many number of these things, what will happen is it will write the log file. So how it will write the log file? Ad worker, wherever our patch log file is written, right? Same location, cd dollar apple top admin. Then you write two task. Two task is nothing but your sid two task. Okay. Then log. Okay, this is the location. Then if you comment here, then you say ad work star dot log, means it will give you all the worker log files. The worker logs files will be ad worker 001 dot log. Let's say there is an error while applying the worker one dot log. Okay, in the main patch log file it will be uh, how is the patch log file? Patch log file is suppose 88992225. This is the patch number dot log. There, and also there is same lgi file location. Okay, lgi will give more detail. Okay, so likewise there are other, while this is our main patch log directory, but there are workers which are actually executing the task. So this worker log files, suppose if there is any issue that worker 1 failed, means you have to come and open worker 1. Let's say worker 2 got failed. What you will do? You will come and open the worker 2.log and to check whether what exactly happened. Based upon that only you will review the log file and you will proceed further. Okay. Let's say how do you monitor the worker? Using ad control utility. Okay. There is a utility called ad control. Whenever the ad patch is running, okay, that time only you can run this utility and check. If no patch is running, you will not be able to run this utility. It will throw errors. Okay, fine, Suresh. Okay, now you see, there are like 7 options which are visible. 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, there are 7 options in the, there are actually 7 options for ad control utility. Okay, sometimes what will happen is, let's say uh, you are applying a patch. Example I'm giving, 12.11 to 12.13 patch you are applying. Okay, and when you are applying this patch set dot upgrade patch big patch, you notice that some form or something related to OPM module is failing. Okay, then what will happen is, we know that we are not using OPM in our instance or in our business instance. Then there is a hidden option called option 8. The moment you give 8 option, because till 7 it is visible, 8 option is not visible in AD control utility. So we as a DBA, most of the time you run the option 8 and then the patch continues. Once the patch is completed, what you can do is you can upload this log file and then you can get the solution from Oracle and then you apply the fix. You're getting my point. Let's say my 12.1.1, my 12.1.1.2, 12.1.3 big patch, it will take suppose 12 hours. Okay. Now, for you to fix this OPM forms error, form issue, suppose you identified using AD control that there is an issue with the forms in the worker log file. Okay. Now you have just started, or 2 hours out of 12 hours, only 90 minutes have passed. Only after 90 minutes you are getting this error. Or you are already completed 10 hours. 10 hours. What now you are getting this error? The total time to complete this R12.11.12.13 patch is 12 hours, suppose. Okay. Now you got the error just before, or for example, here you got the error. So in this situation, anytime whenever we get the error, what we can do is you note down the error and you have to raise the SR. That is point number one. Point number two is you just skip 8 option is option skip option. Skip the worker. Okay, skip the workers you can do only when the worker state is in failed status. Okay. Okay. You see, you know how to apply a patch. You will first source the env and then you apply a patch. While applying the patch, you will encounter issues or you will not encounter issues. Suppose if you encounter an issue while applying a patch, you have to go back to Oracle support. Correct. But for us to raise an SR and get the solution for the same, it is going to take time. But already some users are using 12.1.1. Okay, you are asked to upgrade 12.1.3. But just because you cannot based upon this excuse, you cannot hold the system till you get the solution from Oracle support. Correct. What you will do, you will skip the patch using the option 8 using AD control utility, and then you will upload these log files to the SR. Once after the fix, Oracle will ask you to do the things manually. Okay, instead of what unified drive will do, it will automatically take care everything, right? That particular step, Oracle will ask you to either apply a patch before or apply a patch afterwards, or instantly on the fly it will ask you to run the some update command on the fly. It depends on the error. That is what will happen. Okay, so this option 8 will actually it's very useful also. But at the same time, let's suppose if somebody is used, just because he is getting an error, somebody in the shift has used the option 8, then suppose on the product non-prod may nobody identified, but on the production if it is happening, then what will happen? It will, some functionality will not work for sure. That is for sure. Even recently also in our environment, what happened is because of some error, some seeded form was not working. Then users started complaining that hey boss, after the upgrade this is not working. We told them, okay boss, no, it is not our error. That error is because of you go back to Oracle and you come back. But no, you guys have missed something during an upgrade is what that was their take. Then we realized that while applying the big patch, the forms compilation of that WMS module got failed. But the DBA, what he did, he skipped that error and he did not inform anyone. Just he used the option 8 to to proceed further, and then once the patch got completed, he has released the system and he has left. But he did not inform anybody that there is an issue. So that has caused a greater impact to investigate that particular problem. Team suffered like anything. Point number one. Point number two, Oracle, we had to involve Oracle to, identify what is the problem. And finally, how did we find out? Using the logs only. That particular form name with which that we searched it, and we realized that particular form is giving a trouble, and that is already failed during the application of patch. So even things senior members in the team will also do this mess. The in real time anything might happen because it's a mixed skill set, right? In the team, somebody might be more knowledgeable but not hands on. Somebody might be good at troubleshooting but he might not be in the shift. Anything might happen. That is the reason such kind of issues do occur. If he that particular time only, if he would have raised that issue, then most probably uh, we would have been in a better position to defend that as a team. Yeah, we had to suffer a lot because that namakam will go, right. That trust. Correct. So that is what. Then they started avoiding giving that those kind of tasks to that DBA, or else next time when then any task is given, na, jokingly only or something like that, they'll tell, hey Babu, this time don't do anything, huh? Karke. It is very, you'll feel very guilty when such kind of instructions they give in front of everybody. So always when you go back and check your log files after the patches have been applied, documented, then you will be on a safer side, because every DBAs will get do the so many tasks in parallel. Correct. So because of that only 4 or 5 tasks we can do multitasking. Multitasking doesn't mean 4 or 5 issues may you are there, you have to apply patch. People say that run a command and keep quiet. You can work on other things. Karke. But actually, when applying patches, you have to be more focused and vigilant when you are applying patches, what it is doing, what AD workers are running, whether which particular step is taking how many more minutes. Like that, if you go and check, you leave everything, and then because so many log files, so many screens, you will parallelly open and you have to check, right? That is the reason. Okay, na? This is real time scenarios. Okay. Before worker processing, the course of action may depend on whether the failure occurs before worker processing, during worker processing, after worker processing. Do not choose to continue after an error is reported. That is what I'm trying to say. Exit auto patch, review the log files and fix the error, rerun the patch. Okay. I'm talking about errors. Correct. I'll show you. Oh, this is support.oracle.com. I showed you, right? Okay. Okay. AD patch issues. This is how you will check. Okay. Let's say while you apply a patch, something error like this you're getting. Okay. You have to review it. Why? What is that? Then see, while installing and upgrading, if you're getting this error, means something to do with your OS prerequisites. Correct? You have to go here, change this line will be there. So you modify this line with how? Like this. LC blah blah blah. Same thing. Okay. No, this is not. See, there are so many. These are so many bugs will be there, right? Yeah. Likewise. So how to check whether the patch is applied or not? Like, wait, you see, so this is the query. You give the patch number, multiple patch numbers, and then once you get the output, okay, then Oracle will ask you, okay, you apply this particular, you upload this log files from this location. Likewise, okay. See, once you're into real time, you will understand all this. See, the main thing what I wanted to show is only on a very high level. PLL and PLX files will be there in the forms libraries. Okay, FMB is forms, NLS language, multiple languages, right? National language. Okay, then it will do. If suppose FND load option is failing, then you will come here. Likewise, you will get the error. This particular thing is failing. So you will try to find out why this program is not, or you will try to open that particular log file in this location, and you'll try to you will you yourself will try to debug the issue. What have when patch failed like this, HX blah 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 LDT on worker 1 2 3 means you will go to that particular worker and then you will find out what particular thing is not working. Okay, fine. Now when a worker fails, okay, let's say this is the kind of error. Log into the Apple MGR from another window, run the environment, split or copy the worker log file, diagnose and fix the problem, restart the worker. Okay. Same patch when you try to apply, it will ask you, do you wish to continue with your previous auto patch session? If you say yes, then it will proceed from there only. See, let's say you started a patch 12.1 to 12.13. After 90 minutes, you encountered an issue. You continued, right? So next time when you did a fix here after 90 minutes. So again, if you start from the scratch now, again 90 minutes plus 12 hours. Correct. So already 90 minutes minus karna hai bolto, you have to give yes option. Do you wish to continue with the previous auto patch session means you have to give it an option as yes. Likewise, suppose you are at 10th hour of out of 12 hours. Now you encountered an issue. You do a manual fix or whatever it is. Then you wanted to restart a patch. When you wanted to restart a patch, it will give you the option. Do you wish to a previous auto patch session means you have to give yes. Then the patch will not take another 12 hours. Only it will only take 2 hours because you yes. Getting? No. Okay. If you answer no to restart a prior session, AutoPatch asks you to confirm your choose, then start a new AutoPatch. If an FND install process table already exists, AutoPatch asks you want to drop the table. Okay. Very important point. See, when you apply a patch, it will create this table FND install processes. FND install processes table, it will install. By default, it will create temporary table. In this particular table, it keeps entering the data of 10 hours, how many workers fail. When this table is not there, when this table is created, then only your AD control utility will run. It try to read information from this particular table. Okay. FND install processes. Remember always, FND install process table will exist or not. If it will check. Suppose if you wanted to have a fresh session, then you have to drop this table manually. Then when you try to say no, it will tell you. If your answer is no to restart a prior session, auto patch asks you to confirm your choice and then start a new patch session. If the FND install process already exists, auto patch asks you if you want to drop the table. You must determine if auto patch or any AD utility is running in another session, whether the previous patch session did not run complete before telling the auto patch to drop the session. Getting, you have to ensure that this table doesn't exist if you don't want to continue. Okay. If any AD utility is running in another session on any other node, wait until that session is completed before you start a new auto patch. Okay. AD patch also will create this FND install table and also AD patch also. So you have to make sure that. Okay. Okay, this is done. Okay, once the patch is installed now, you can also always go back and check what exactly the patch did using the front end. Okay, OAM timing reports. Let's say I told you that let's say my patch, I have installed a patch 12.1.1 to 12.1.3 patch. Okay, but out of 12 the performance DBAs, what is their job? To minimize and improvise the performance of the system. Okay, so what as a perform or senior DBAs, what we will do is our job is to analyze which particular script in the patch took longer time. There are hundreds of jobs it will run, right? But we will try to identify which are the jobs which have taken hours together. Let's say a dot SQL script is running for 3 hours out of 12 hours. We know from the output that it will take 12 hours. But on my production instance, let's say I am trying to apply a patch, which is just one patch is taking 13 or 12 hours. So how many hours of downtime I should ask? That is the main worry. Business, see how the business will work is on a agreed week off. Okay. The last transaction which gets completed, before they logging into the system, you have to bring up the services. Okay, let's say you let's assume a banking scenario. You applied for suppose your salary is getting credited on 30th in ICICI Bank. Okay, by the time you wake up night 11 o'clock, your salary got credited. So night 11, you will not go to ATM, you will not go to bank. Next day morning 9 o'clock se pehle, when you go to the bank and to withdraw the salary, there should be no maintenance activity going on in your branch. Correct? Yes or no? So any system upgrade which we perform, we have to ensure before the business is coming and starting of business hours, you have to release the system up and running with all your modification and whatever it is. So see, the very first time when the patch is applied, what we will do, we will wait, we will analyze, we will try to figure it out where the issues is. But once everything is done, big patches are they applied, then you will quickly go and analyze the which particular script is running for many hours. Suppose a .sql script is running for 2.5 hours to 3 hours. So we will go back to Oracle and we'll tell them, okay, boss, this particular script is taking 3 hours. Is there a way we can, minimize this time for this patch? So then Oracle will tell you, oh, okay, boss, if this is the case, then this is the solution we are providing it for you. So please do it karke. They'll give you the patch or they'll give you the solution, instant solution, whatever it is there. But remember one thing, in Oracle also, they hire people who are on the SR service request support, right? They are also like new freshers. Uh, Not everybody is expert in Oracle. They will have a set of questions to ask to the customer. Okay, let's say, hey, what is the issue? Since when you are getting this issue, is it a production or is it a non-production instance? Is there any financial impact? Is there any milestone which is getting impacted? Now, if you select no, it's a non-prod. You are getting this issue means they will say any non-prod cannot be a service. A severity one service request. You have to wait. We work on SLA. Even though you raise a severity one service request, they'll just minimize it to the service severity 2. And for severity 2 customers, they will take 2 days or 3 days to come back. Okay, that is what you will get solution pakka for sure from Oracle support. But they will take sometimes very, very long. The waiting time is very high in Oracle. That you have to understand. So most of the time we will rely on Oracle for many things, but we will try to make sure that when you ask questions, you have to be very clear what question you are asking to Oracle support. Okay, this is how you will come. This is how you will come and analyze which particular this particular script took how much time. Now you see AD administration task, it ran for 1 minute, 38 seconds, 7 minutes, 50 seconds, whatever it is. Okay, then auto patch driver failed. Okay, then these particular scripts also did not take any time. Okay, now let's say for a bigger patch 12.1.1 to 12.1.3, if here you come and say the drilling is taking 4 hours or it is taking 90 minutes or it is taking, you can easily see here, right, from the front end, that when you apply a patch, what it is doing and which script is taking how many minutes. Correct? So I can also give you a task. Let's say Suresh is in my team. I will say, hey Suresh, we have applied actually few patches in this week or in last month, in the month of September. Okay, so I have to get a downtime from for production. So can you just go and check which particular patch took how many minutes? So start time, end time, patch, and minutes, total time, and instance name. Okay, on this particular instance, this particular, suppose dev test. Okay, UAT. Okay, prod. So I have to apply a patch on the prod. So let's say you applied you applied few patches. Or let's say only one patch you applied. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Some. Let's say you applied this patch. So till here you have to go and analyze. From where you will go and analyze, using the front end. Front end you will go and run this auto patch timing, OAM timing report. Job ran successfully on the first try. Failed jobs that were restarted and then ran successfully. Failed jobs that were skipped. Long running jobs. Summary information of each parallel phase. How long it took to run a job. Overall elapsed time for each session. Okay. Then let's say what we will do is we will say start time is, let's say the total patch took 13 minutes. 13 minutes. From here and then it took 13 minutes. But when you say 13 minutes, if you go and tell the customer that, hey, boss, only 20 minutes is required, means he'll calculate 20. No. What you have to calculate is, we will take a backup, right? Backup of Oracle application. Let's say it's 30, 40, 3 hours. Okay. Again, data with DB backup, let's say 45 minutes. Okay. Then when you, before this thing, you shut down the application. Shut down the application, let's say 15 minutes. Okay. Then start up, then patch. Let's say it took 13 minutes, 20 also, you will give 1 hour. Okay. Then startup services. Okay. Then sanity. Then startup services, you will give 30 minutes. Then sanity 30 minutes. So this way you calculate. Okay. Though I am actually applying a patch for 20 minutes patch, but I'll have to calculate it in my buffer in real time. You are getting me? So this is how you will calculate. And now you say, always if you plan like this, then you will be ahead of your schedule. Okay. Let's say if suppose DB backup may, if you're getting some issue, or shutdown is taking very long time, or before shutting, after shutting down, we notice that few concurrent requests which were running, it is taking time and it is not shutting down because of that. Some issue might come, means still you have enough time. Then you're, let's say you'll say that you'll release the system by 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. means it is still in within your timelines only. It is not breaching your timelines. Okay, na? So always on the production, you take enough buffer, because if you don't have buffer, then you will be in soup. That is why you will always have buffer. You give the patch number, you analyze here from here everything. Okay. Tracking a patching session. OM allows you to track progress of auto patch session using timing report. In progress, AD utility repos is identical to the ID patch itself. This feature requires that access to OM in restricted mode. Okay, fine. Tracking, this is how you will do the tracking. So as a DBA, suppose if any big patch or any patch is applied, so let's say you join the team, don't think that nobody is giving task. You just try to find out what they are doing, or else you can just, by looking at it, you can see, okay, they are applying a patches on which particular instance. There will be an Excel sheet, in that all the passwords are there for the non-prods. You can go and open that particular URL. You can start analyzing. Oh, okay, this particular patch, it will take this much time in the production. Likewise, you start reading good stuff when you are inside that system or in the team. Then slowly you will realize that you know your stuff, you can do and you can handle your stuff alone. Okay. See, the number of DBAs in the team depends on the customer budget. How many he can afford, or your customer or a company, how many they maximum. See, always everybody wants to, let's say Suresh is staying in the hostel. Okay. For cleaning, you want to put one cook, one maid. For cooking, one maid. Huh? For washing your clothes, one maid. For example, every three of them will make your life easier only. Correct. But let's say as Suresh, you'll be more concerned about the cost. What you will do? You'll ask your maid to come early, cook the food. Parallelly, she should, put the clothes in the washing machine, and before leaving, she has to make sure that your your clothes are ironed out and all that. Correct. So that is how companies will also think. Even though if I put many DBAs, I'll get benefit, but can I bear the cost? Let's say if it a customer is yes. So let's say what will happen is uh, depending upon, let's say it's a banking environment. In bank, can you afford to lose a single transaction? No, you cannot even imagine of losing a transaction or any. So it all depends on the criticality of the environment. There is something called as a gold tier instances. Gold tier means the real time business works on it's dependent on that particular system. If the system is down, then in millions of dollars the revenue loss is risk is there. So in event of such things, Oracle the customers will have number of resources in the team depending on the situation, depending on the budget. So automatically that particular time budget is not the constraint. Service is important. Okay, you cannot think economically. Correct. Let's say, yeah, let's say for our marriage functions also, our sister's marriage is there. And even though the generator is will not be in use, still you will pay the fees for that, right? Because service is important than money, because event is such a critical event for all of us. Yes or no? Exactly. Likewise, depending any instance which we are supporting for any customer, if they say it's a gold tier, platinum, they have their own categories. Gold tier means if that system is down beyond few minutes, then the customer will have an impact of losing money in millions of dollars. That particular time, what will happen is they don't care about cost. They are only concerned about what? Resources. Get more people, get trained people, get excellent people, and get delivered the service. That is their main concern. In that situations only, if that is the criticality of the, let's say Suresh has resigned after getting trained after 1 year, and before Suresh, all major people have resigned. So when Suresh resigns, Suresh, because to understand the process, it will take 6 months, suppose in that project. When Suresh resigns, they'll give you a counter offer. Why? Because new person will also come and execute the same thing. Provided the only problem what it will have is, it will take 8 months for any new person to come and perform on the same scale. So 8 months may so many escalations managers cannot bear. Someday it will have an impact on their SLAs. So that is the reason what they will do. They will try to retain such resources. So make sure wherever you are working, you are a critical. You join a team to make sure that you are a critical resource in your organization. Yeah, that is really important in this day and age of time. Okay? So we'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow, first thing what we will see is patch impact analysis. Today we have, since 2 days we are seeing, we are talking about applying patch. Applying a patch. Yes, applying a patch, how to check what will fail, what could fail. But impact analysis. So in real time, let's say there are how you will do the patch analysis before applying, touching your system. The customer wants you to do the analysis of the patch, like what is the impact on their customization, and what is the impact on their system. So they wanted to validate first, and then they'll give us a go ahead to apply a patch. So in such situation, how you will be able to do it, we are going to discuss that patch impact analysis tomorrow. Okay. चलो यार, ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच, हैव अ ग्रेट डे। You want me to finish? I can finish easily. नहीं, after patching cloning is left here. Yeah. Yeah. After patching, cloning is there, and then some real time stuff I will share because you're alone, right? Yeah. I'm sure when you get into the real time na, you with minimal supervision, you will be able to, grab the things quickly. Yeah, that I can assure you. Yeah. ठीक है सुरेश. ठीक है. Thank you so much. Bye. See you soon.